Debate, the Honourable Member for Mississauga Lakeshore.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I'd like to let you know that I'll be splitting my time with the member from Aurora Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill. Mr. Speaker, as the motion before this House today acknowledges, Operation Impact carries risk and our fight against ISIL carries risk. All deployments involve an element of risk, and of that there really is no debate. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to speak in support of this motion this afternoon and also to support our government, which is also in favour of the motion. Whatever the mission, Mr. Speaker, we cannot eliminate risk entirely. What we can do is to protect our troops by preparing them well. And this means, of course, giving them the right training and the right equipment to do their jobs. It also means making sure that they receive timely mental and physical health care that meets their specific needs. The military health services that Canada provides are mission-tailored. They are different for every deployment, and their size and nature differs on a case-by-case basis. Comment est-ce qu'on fait ce travail? Monsieur le Président, la ministre de la Défense nationale et les forces armées canadiennes consultent le pays hôte et les alliés sur le terrain. Ils examinent des facteurs comme la géographie, des emplacements de nos opérations à l'isolement et de nos troupes, en passant par l'austérité de l'environnement. Ils prennent en considération des facteurs comme la présence ou l'absence d'installations médicales alliées dans la région visée, les restrictions imposées par les autorités locales concernant les voyages et le degré de facilité des déplacements. Ils analysent aussi chaque menace à la sécurité. Toutes ces considérations, Monsieur le Président, sans oublier le nombre des membres du personnel canadien à déployer, aident à déterminer les services mis en place pour les femmes et les hommes en uniforme. As you can well appreciate, Mr. Speaker, these services can take any number of forms. The driving force, however, is always the same. It's to ensure that members have access to excellent care and support before, during, and after a mission. Before they can confirm their assignment, members have to go through a pre-deployment screening with our military health professionals. The purpose of this screening is to flag any pre-existing condition that could lead to problems during the mission. A simple earache, for instance, Mr. Speaker, can be very disruptive to deployed members, and it can keep them from doing their job effectively. For a pilot, however, it could even cloud his or her judgment and have catastrophic consequences. Members also get a dental screening prior to departure, as well as vaccinations against current and emerging infectious diseases in the region where they will be deployed. Another important purpose of the pre-deployment screening is to make sure that each member is well and ready to go on mission from a psychosocial perspective. Lessons learned from past missions have taught us that most stress injuries are not caused by trauma alone. Mr. Speaker, we know that the risk of stress injuries is higher when a member has experienced mental health issues prior to deployment, like chronic anxiety problems, for example, or when a member is in a difficult social or family context, such as tensions in a marriage or stress associated with taking care of an ill patient. Part of the pre-deployment screening process, Mr. Speaker, is to help members identify any pre-existing concern that should be addressed prior to deployment. Personnel also go on a half-day training with a group of peers as part of the Road to Mental Readiness program. And this training gives members new techniques to cope with stressors. New tools like goal setting, visualization, and self-talk to build resistance. And new strategies to harness their inner strength to rebound from possible challenges during the mission. Monsieur le Président, un autre apprentissage essentiel que les militaires tirent de cette formation est de savoir lorsqu'ils se sentent bien et lorsqu'ils devraient aller chercher de l'aide. Les forces armées canadiennes ont renversé nombre d'obstacles à la demande d'aide. Trop longtemps, demander de l'aide a été perçu comme un signe de faiblesse. Nos militaires souffraient en silence par peur de prendre la confiance de leurs collègues ou de compromettre leur carrière. Cependant, l'organisation a changé, Monsieur le Président. L'institution a réalisé beaucoup de progrès pour instiller une culture dans laquelle toute personne est à l'aise d'affirmer « je ne vais pas bien ». À aucun moment, les militaires canadiens en déploiement ne sont laissés à eux-mêmes sans ressources, pas même après avoir joué leur rôle dans la mission. Quant aux personnes qui quittent la vie militaire pour des raisons médicales, le ministre de la Défense nationale et les Forces armées canadiennes collabore étroitement avec Anciens Combattants Canada et d'autres partenaires pour faciliter une transition réussie à la vie civile. Ces mesures sont prises pour les militaires blessés ou malades et leurs familles et accès à des avantages sociaux, des services et une rémunération. For other soldiers, Mr. Speaker, a return home can, in and of itself, be a significant stressor. Readjusting to life in Canada and reuniting with loved ones after experiencing radically different realities can be hard. So the Department of National Defence and the Canadian Armed Forces make sure to provide adequate support at that point as well. Within 3 to 6 months, members have a post-deployment screening with physical and mental health professionals whose role is quite simply to make sure that they are well in all aspects of their life, to help them transition to a normal life and to rebuild healthy relationships with their families, and to help them flag any sign of an operational stress injury. For serving members who do need help, the Department of National Defence has made excellent specialized services available. There are 26 mental health clinics and 7 operational trauma and stress support centres located at military bases across Canada. In all 33 sites to ensure ill and injured personnel receive high-quality support regardless of the community they return to in Canada. Personnel can also call the 1-800 number 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, Mr. Speaker. And all of these services, of course, are free of charge. Mr. Speaker, one of Canada's most valuable and cherished resources are our women and men in uniform. The unfortunate reality is that some become ill or injured while in service. The Canadian Armed Forces is dedicated to ensuring that each and every one of these members receives high-quality care and support. Not only are the Armed Forces duty-bound to do so, but they are also proud to help our sailors, our soldiers, and our aviators get the most from their careers and from their lives. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.